Hello friends, humans, followers, subscribers. Today I want to talk about some albums. Now these aren't really like my favorite albums or even albums that I necessarily like, but these are just projects that I felt had a significant effect on me, I guess, in shaping my musical tastes and how I view the art. The first album I wanted to talk a bit about today was actually the first record I ever bought. It was Fantasies by Metric. A bit of background on this project. I first heard about it when I saw Scott Pilgrim vs. the World in the summer of 2010, and that movie sort of rocked my world. I guess to explain it a bit more, I used to really think there was only country music, dad rock, or top 40. Really, I had only consumed music that was immediately given to me. And I had liked music before this, but I had never really related to it that well until I heard the music in that movie. And anyways, I sought this record out on iTunes, got my parents to buy me a gift card, purchased it, and I honestly probably listened to that album every single day for like close to 4 or 5 years. It was pretty intense. Anyways, the second album I wanted to talk a bit about was Midnight Menu by Toki Monsta. When I used to come home from work at like 2 in the morning, and my roommate would be asleep, and we shared the shitty 5x6 meter apartment. It was one room, there was 2 single beds, and so I would have to sit out on our patio basically all night until he woke up and dick around on my computer and fuck around on the internet. And that's when I discovered this record. Now this album is very it's pretty much solely instrumentals. You know, there's very few lyrics. This was really the first musical project that I really enjoyed that wasn't lyric heavy, you know, like a conventional chorus verse structure. And it just sort of opened my eyes to some of the other parts of music, say the production or the beats. And it just sort of, you know, like I look at it and it sort of was the gateway to so many different genres that I like J-rock and lo-fi and all these different things. But I still really enjoy this record and I love it so much. Now the next record I actually hated the first time I heard it. We're talking about The Money Story, a 2012 record from Sacramento boy band Death Grips. I had quite a few friends back in like 2014, 2015 who really loved Death Grips. And every time I listened to them, I honest to God thought I was getting memed. Like, how could this band that sucks this much, literally just screaming and yelling and being awful, get this popular? How could they garner this following? And the first 2 times I listened to it, I hated it. I did not enjoy it at all. I thought it was garbage. I thought it was a joke. After a few listens, I went back to it and I was like, oh, I get it. It's extremely aggressive. It's abrasive. It sort of spits in the face of all norms. And that's really what this is going for. And it does it very well. Now, I wouldn't say I'm a Death Grips fan per se. I'd say I might listen to like half a record every 6 months. Although Death Grip fans are honestly my favorite. It's a great community to be a part of. But this project, listening to it again, it really forced me to consider why someone would enjoy something that I don't. And how a piece of music, it can still be quality, even if it doesn't necessarily appeal to my tastes, or even if I don't like it. And I try to keep that mentality now and apply it to lots of different types of music that I don't enjoy, say country, or mainly country, actually. All right, the next record we're talking about is another one I really didn't like that I actually love now. It's Talon of the Hawk, the second project by Front Bottoms. I thought it was very whiny when I heard it first, low production, just kind of garbage. But you know, after a few listens, I sort of realized that this was pretty real sounding. Like if someone I knew made a record, it would probably, hopefully, sound like this. That's what we would try to probably make it sound like. And it's just sort of related to me on a level that I never had before. It just felt really earnest, and I just sort of learned to appreciate that, hey, maybe just because this doesn't have an extremely high production value, or just because it doesn't have like a giant studio or a record label backing it, it doesn't mean it's not necessary. It can still be a great project. Now, the last record I wanted to talk a bit about was Flower Boy. Now, I liked hip-hop before this record, but Tyler, the Creator, made me love hip-hop with Flower Boy. I listen to the tracks from this record almost every single day still. It's so good. It just really made me appreciate hip-hop as being something more than just party music. Or no, it was the first project that I really listened to that I was like, yeah, I see myself in this. I can understand what he's saying. I know what's going on. Like, it just felt more personal than any other hip-hop I'd ever discovered. And, you know, it really blew the doors open for me to discover artists that I love, like Brockhampton, Frank Ocean, my fucking god. I can't really put into words what a profound effect Flower Boy had on me. So yeah, that's the records I wanted to talk about today. Now, these aren't my favorite records. I feel like that's kind of cliche, a list to make your favorite records, and honestly kind of boring because like I'm so volatile that my favorite records change every 2 days anyways, so it wouldn't be worth doing at any point in time. But these are 5 records that helped shape my musical taste. I'm gonna peace. It's been fun. Hit that subscribe button. Like, maybe. Comment. That'd be cool too. Or just do something nice for someone today. I'd really like that too. I'm just actually trying to decipher the notes that I wrote about this album. I was super baked when I wrote this, so it's just fucking nonsense for the most part. But I'm pretty stone cold sober now, and it's pretty funny to look at.